Now, we've been telling you about this for a couple of weeks now and how excited we are about the show this evening. Wilko Johnson, ex of Dr. Feelgood, the man from Game of Thrones. We mentioned that, didn't we?
Yeah, we mentioned that.
He's playing in Manchester this Saturday on the 12th of May. Kick-off at 5 o'clock in the afternoon because he's got with him Hugh Cornwell, ex of the Stranglers, Mike Sweeney and the Salford Jets, and Steve Marriott's daughter Molly as well. Wouldn't it be nice if we could get Wilko on the phone to talk about it?
That would be amazing if we could do that.
It? Wilko, are you there?
Oh, I am there.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Welcome to Flipside, Wilko. How are you doing tonight?
I'm quite good, I think. I'm just looking out of a window, seeing. I feel pretty good.
Good. How's the weather where you are?
It's kind of medium weather, I'd say.
Yeah, a bit sort of grey and dull.
That's the one.
Yeah. Excellent stuff. We're absolutely honoured to have you with us here on the show. Wilko, you've got your new album. Let's start first with your new album that's coming out soon. It's called Blow Your Mind.
Yep.
And it's your first original album of original compositions. For how long now?
Well, they keep saying this thing about 30 years. But I realise, in fact, that this was due to when whoever it was talking to me about this, asking about, I simply forgot about a couple.
Oh, right, okay.
Right, but they don't matter anyway. But it's certainly been a long time since I've done an album in my own right.
It is. And we're going to be playing your new single when we finished our little chat this evening. Now, Wilko, some people know the story and some people don't. A few years ago, you had some really upsetting news about your health, didn't you? Can you tell us the story about that?
Well, it was the beginning of 2012, I think. I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer and told that I had 10 months or less than a year to live, and that this was inoperable. They couldn't cure this, and I was just told that you got 10 months left.
Okay.
So I decided to. I didn't want to spend these precious 10 months trailing around doctors and looking for miracle cures or anything. I decided just to live for as long as I could and have a good time and then say goodbye.
Right.
And so I spent this, the next months or year kind of, in fact, it was one of the most fantastic years of my life.
I can imagine the shackles are off a little bit, I would guess.
Yeah, it's I don't know, just a lot of strange things happening. Among them, towards the end of the year, Roger Daltrey got in touch with me and said we should do this album together, which was an idea we had a long time ago. I'd met him once. I mean, I didn't know him very well, but I met him once, and we'd been talking. Said we should do an album together, and then nothing happened, right? But anyway, Roger, hearing that like the state of my health, said, We should do that album, man. So I said, yeah, we better do it quick, because I think my time's almost up. So we went in. Oh God, I don't know when it was. We went in and made this album called Going Back Home, and we did it very, very fast. Actually, it took I think about 8 days. I didn't think that I was going to be alive to see the thing released. Actually.
And can I just say what a cracking album it is, Wilko?
Yeah, I mean, the whole album turned out very, very well. We just, like I say, we had very limited time to do it. Roger was fantastic, and we just, I think we just bashed it out, and it came out very well. And I mean, it left me thinking, oh, but well, that's just great,
Yeah, no, I
just made this album with Roger Daltrey. It's really, really good, and now I'm going to die.
By the way, Wilko, did he bring you any trout from the farm when you were recording?
Sorry?
Did Roger Daltrey bring you any trout from his trout farm when you were recording?
He didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh, that's not good enough. So you came to make this album, which is a great album, and I've had people say to me in the last few days that I never even thought would have heard this, saying what a great album it was. And so what happened? I mean, you obviously thought you were reaching the end of things by then.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, I was in a bit weird position, thinking, well, I know I just made this really good album, and now I'm going to die. But then another weird thing happened, which is I was brought to the attention of doctors at Addenbrooke's Hospital in Cambridge,
Okay.
who looked at me, and by then this tumour I had was in my stomach, and it was huge. It looked like I was pregnant, and it was obviously about to explode. Anyway, Mr. Hugo at Addenbrooke's Hospital said he thought he could do it. So I went into the hospital and had this 11-hour operation in which they removed this tumour from me. This tumour was the size of a melon.
Wow.
And weighed 3.25 kilos, right? So it was big, and they removed lots of other bits of me as well.
Okay.
And so then I found myself kind of lying on a hospital bed full of morphine and tubes and stuff, and people coming in and showing me silver discs and golden discs and saying, "Man, the album's doing really well." And I'm good, And it took quite a long time to recover from that, but recover I did, and back on the road.
Fantastic. So you're out on tour again, promoting your new album, Blow Your Mind, and some cracking guys you've got along with you. I mean, I want to talk to you about your current band in a minute, but supporting you at Manchester this Saturday, you've got Hugh Cornwell, who's a force of nature in himself, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I know Hugh, we've got common origins back in those fabulous 70s. I was a particular friend, actually, of Jean-Jacques Burnell from the Stranglers, but I knew Hugh from then, and it's great to do with both.
No, that's the thing, still going.
Yeah.
So much for Roger Daltrey singing "Hope He Died Before He Got Old," really, isn't it?
Well,
yeah, absolutely. You've also got Mike Sweeney and the Salford Jets and Steve Marriott's daughter Molly with you on tour.
Yes, I mean, another connection. Obviously, I knew Steve from back in the 70s, and so that's another little connection. Yeah,
that's brilliant. Yeah, and your band now, you're playing as a 3-piece now, I believe. Is that right?
Well, which I've always done, really.
Yeah. So you've got Dylan Howe, who's played with loads and loads of famous people.
Yeah.
And I have to be honest with you, Wilko, my favourite bass player of all time is Norman Watt-Morley.
Indeed. I mean, I go along with that. I mean, I first met Norman when Ian Dury asked me to join the Blockheads. Wow, that's back in the 70s too. Anyway, one of the real attractions for me of joining the Blockheads was being able to play with Norman Watt-Morley. Because I didn't know him then, but I mean, he was absolutely my favourite bass player. So and that's where I got to know him, and we've become pretty good friends then. And with the result and eventually, after the Blockheads time, I asked Norman to join my band, and we've been together for long time, decades,
absolutely.
Because we've also got another ex-Blockhead in Dylan Howe, who's an absolutely fabulous drummer.
Yes.
Right? So we're all ex-Blockheads, really.
That's brilliant. Because I mean, I've spoken to professional bass players who've played in stadiums around the world, and they have all said that the bass line for "Hit Me With Your Rhythm Stick" is just an elemental thing almost. That it's so hard to play.
It's like a benchmark, if you're talking to a bass player, you say to them, "Can you play rhythm stick?" That's the shoot from the goat.
It's the ultimate test for sure, isn't it? So we're going to play the first single from your new album, Blow Your Mind, Wilko. When we let you go in a moment or two, it's called Marijuana. So tell us a little bit about this song that we're going to be hearing.
Well, this while we were recording this album. This album actually we did it in a very similar way to the Roger Daltrey album. Same guys playing, same producer, Dave Eringer, and did it in like 2 weeks. And we were just working so hard, man. You know anything, and looking, working out what material. Anyway, I had this song that I'd written just after I got my cancer diagnosis, but basically the song is about sitting at home waiting for death.
Okay.
It's much jollier than that. It sounds.
No, I mean it's a great track, but now you've put that kind of spin on it. Yes, I can see where you're coming from with that, and fill in the days, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course.
Waiting for death.
Well, Wilko, on that cheery note, listen, it's an absolute. I'm so proud that you've taken the time to come and talk to us on Flipside tonight.
Oh, you're welcome.
We'll give out ticket details after we've heard Marijuana for the Academy one on Saturday. But listen, have a great show.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the new album.
Thank you.
And take care of yourself, Wilko. We'll hope we'll speak to you again soon.
Yes, thank you. You too.